Hello there, Scotty. You're not in. Like I said, I'm going to rank the whole Wrestleathon, but I'm gonna rank the Marine movies first, so that I can put them in the placement of it. Because if I do the Wrestleathon ranking first, you can be like, okay, so his Marine ranking is this and this and this. You can just cut out where I have those, and that's where they are. So we'll do this one first. That way you can see where these ones stack with the rest of the Wrestleathons. Okay? So there's 6 movies here. And let me tell you, going in, I did not think that this was going to be the way. Well, I'm pretty sure I knew that number 6 was going to be number 6. But the rest, like, I'd never seen of the Marine 6. So I didn't know where that was going to go. I remember 5 being good, but, you know, upon that, I didn't remember much from the other ones that I'd seen. So, here we go. So, number 6, the worst of the bunch, for me, this is my opinion, is Marine 2. For me, this is just a lackluster rehash of the first one, except for it's in a tropical paradise. It has to do with terrorists instead of bank robbers. The Marine himself, Tim DiBiase, can't act a lick at all. You got Michael Rooker, which is a bonus, but he doesn't do enough to boost up anything. And it's basically the same thing. Bad people took his wife, he's got to get her back. And this time it's in paradise instead of on the road. Yeah, basically a rehash, and I'm not really into it all that much. So, yeah. Number 5 is the Marine 4 Moving Target. And for me, while it's not terrible, like every one of these from this are decent, I guess. But this one is on the border of decent and just meh to me, because I feel like the person he protects, does it say? No. I forget her name. But Melissa Rockbird's character, that she's basically the plot device, because she goes against every freaking logical decision ever. She doesn't trust Jake, even though he's the only one that she should trust, but she runs off. She knocks him out and incapacitates him and runs to the cops, which she should know she shouldn't do, because the people after her could be connected to the cops. She goes against everything, and she's impossible to work with. She's a terrible character. And on that, we find out that she could upload the information she was holding, that she was going to use to blow the whistle on the entire fucking time from her phone. But she waited at the end of the movie, because if she didn't wait, there'd be no movie. Yes, it's frustrating, but it's more entertaining to watch than Marine 2. I'll be more likely to put this in over Marine 2. So, here's where the shockers come, folks, because I didn't think this was going to be this low. Because number 3 is the original Marine with John Cena. There's no one on this cover. This is messed up. John Cena isn't even on this cover. Huh? At least I can't see him. Anyway, so yeah. After rewatching this again, I just realized how cheesy it was, and how there's so much explosions, and John Cena survives so much in this. Super Cena, LOL. Come on. There's no reality to this movie at all. There's more reality in the second one. But it's still an enjoyable film, and I love Robert Patrick as the villain, and I get a kick out of watching this movie every now and then. Jugadamon. And Morgan's crazy ass. And yeah, it's a fun film, which is why it's in the middle of this ranking. Number 6 is the most recent one that I've watched, and that is the Marine 6. Number 6. Number 3. There we go. Number 3 is the Marine 6. And for me, I like the fact that you have Jake Carter able to work off someone like Shawn Michaels someone like a mentor character to work off of instead of just the person he's trying to save. They're also there too, but it's someone to work off of, someone he has a relationship, and I like that. Becky Lynch is a villain, not bad. But where it gets kind of bogged down for me is like this is basically another rehash. It's rehash of 5. They're in one building trying to find a way out. Only the person that he's with can move, and they has to get a fourth one, fourth person involved with Tommy. Graham's no help, but yeah. Bonus points for killing off Jake Carter, because I never thought that would happen, to be honest, but still a good movie. Number 2 is the Marine 5 Battlegrounds. And this is as close as you can get to being as good as my number 1 without getting there. I like the fact that there are more WWE superstars in this, although they don't get equal screen time because Maurice dies right away, and then Naomi has more screen time than her, but she doesn't get much to do. And then you got Axel dies next. She gets some things, and he gets the line to Axeman coming. Then the other two are basically in it for the most of it until he goes, and then he's basically the final boss. But if you told me Bo Dallas was going to be the final boss of this movie, I wouldn't have believed it. But yeah. I think The Miz, this is the best Miz has been in one of his films. I think this is at his best. He's going full force. And like I said, it does feel like they were designing these films for different actors from 4 onward until 6. I think 6 was basically, okay, we have to do this with Jake Carter because this has to be the end. But you could have put any other wrestler actor in this. Because, like, much like with the 4th one where he's private security, now he's just an EMT. And you're wondering, how can a Marine have so many different jobs in so little time? Every 2 years he changes jobs? Could happen, but if they were supposed to be different characters before, it makes more sense. But yeah, this was a fun action film. But number 1, of course, is Marine 3 Homefront. And for me, this is the best one. Yes, The Miz is not his best here. I think that's 5. But I love movies with a small town feel. And that's what this is. It's a small town feel. He knows everyone. He's protecting his sisters. He has his friend, his sister's boyfriend. They all know each other, and he's trying to throw off villains, Is this the one with Neil McDonough? Neil McDonough as the villain. Fantastic villain. I think it's the best villain we had of these, which since 3, we've had some decent villains. You got Neil McDonough in this one. 4 has Commander Steel from Legends of Tomorrow. And then, the biker gang were decent villains. And even Becky Lynch is a decent villain. So, yeah. And to me, this has... Well, it does kind of rehash the first 2 where, it's a loved one is captured. He's got to rescue her. That adds to the whole hometown, homefront feel of this movie. And I love it. This is the best one for me. So there you go. The Marine movies ranked. Next, the Wrestle-a-thon ranking. So look for that. What are your ranking of the Marine movies? In the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Nobody ever puts anything in the comments when I ask them to, but that's fine. Thank you for watching. I'm Scotty. I'll see you in the next one.